Good morning, dear students. Myself, Mrs. Bhamre ma'am from SC Mission Junior College, Nandurbar. Students, in today's video, we are going to learn the new poem 2.6, that is Money. And this is the last poem of your poetry section because 7th and 8th poem both are omitted from your poetry section for this year only. There are only 6 poems in your poetry section and this one is the last poem which we are going to learn today. So, open your textbook and come to the page number 121. Students, you can see some activities are given there. So, let's solve these activities first. Let's solve the icebreakers so that you will get an idea about the topic which we are going to handle today. Of course, it is related to the money, but let's go to the topic. These activities will help you to give an introduction of the poem. So, see the first question. Discuss in the class about importance of money. Of course, पैशाचं महत्व, importance of money. All of you know it very well because we used money in today's world for everything. Money is used as capital in business. Another things for which we use money are, it is used by the traders to fill up his stocks. Of course, money is used by common man for buying essential things, for necessary things. Money is used by all the people to fulfill their basic needs, as well as money is used by the people to for healthcare facilities, for education, as well as everyone uses money for paying transport fare, food bill and so many other things. Let's turn to the next question. Complete the verb. The verb has been given and there you are asked about the use of money. See, money spent judiciously. Judiciously means what here? With good judgment or sense. Means what? Proper use of money. If you have an extra money after fulfilling your basic needs, so how will you use it? How will you spend your money? That is judiciously. Means what? With proper judgment, with proper sense. Of course, you can, one example has been given there, that donation for poor and needy people means we can donate money for poor and needy people, as well as we can donate money to the orphanage also. And another thing, we can pay the fees of bright students who are economically backward. We can help them, such students, to complete their study. As well as we can help women to set up her small business also. As well as with the help of money we can support fine arts and crafts like music and traditional art forms. So many reasons are there for which we can use or spend our money. So many things are there. Now see the next question, next activity. Make a list of the good qualities of your friend. See, here you are asked to list the good qualities of your friend. So, friend, students, which good qualities should be there in your friend? Of course, he should be calm and good tempered at all times. Your friend should be helpful and he should concern about anyone in trouble. He should be very simple. Another, some more good qualities which you find. You can write your opinion also. Now let's turn to the next question. So in this way you can write some more qualities of your friend. Now next, share your views on money is the root of all evils. Of course, I agree with this statement. And here you are asked to share your views on this statement that money is the root of all evils. Whatever corruption is going on in our India, that is because of money only. Money is the root of all evils. Actually, money is accumulated by few people, and other people who are really in need of it are deprived of money. There is an imbalance of this resource. Money is a kind of resource, है ना? And it should be used in times of need only. But we find the imbalance of this resource in the society. How? People are not paid fully for their work. Workers are paid less for their time, for their energy, for their work. And this imbalance in wealth causes the discontentment among the disadvantaged sections of society. Because of money, people cannot live the normal life. Their life becomes unstable. है ना? So, I agree with this statement that money is the root of all evils. Crimes are increasing day by day because of money. है ना? Now next question. Do you lend money to your friend? Give reasons. See, here you are asked that whether you help your friend by lending money or not. If yes, give reason for that, and if no, give reason for that also. If you lend money to your friend, so what is the reason behind that? Your friend might be from economically disadvantaged background. Your friend might be the bright student, clever student, and want to study and work hard, but economically he is poor, so you help him by giving money. Sometimes your friend will fall sick and your friend does not have good nourishment. For that also, you may lend money to your friend. If no, what may be the reason behind that? If you are not lending money to your friend, what may be the reason for that? That he may get enough money to spend from his or her home, but he may be the waste money as well as time by watching movies. Or there may be a reason that he has no intention to return the borrowed money. Such reasons will be there for which you do not lend money to your friend. So, everyone's reason will be different. These are just some examples which I have given to you. So, students, here you are asked to solve the activities on money and friend. Both activities were talking about money and friend, and the poem which we are going to learn today, it is also about money as well as true friends. So, this poem is written by William H. Davis. So, before starting the poem, let's take an information about the life of William H. Davis. So, let's turn to the poem. William H. Davis was a Welsh poet and writer. He spent a significant part of his life as tramp or hobo in the United Kingdom and the United States. He became a peddler and street singer in England. After several years of wandering life, he published his first volume, The Soul's Destroyer and Other Poems. See, students, William Davis was a Welsh poet as well as writer, and he has spent the significant part of his life as a tramp or hobo. Tramp means what here? Tramp or hobo? Tramp means what? A person. Tramp means what? A person who travel from place to place on foot in search of work. And William H. Davis had traveled a lot. Hobo means a homeless person or a tramp. We can say tramp. Both are the words having same meaning. है ना? So, he spent his important, significant part of the life as a tramp or hobo in United Kingdom. त्यांनी भटकंती केली विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो. त्यांनी आपला जीवनाचा बराचसा भाग म्हणजे बरेचसे दिवस त्यांनी फक्त काय केले? भटकंती केली. इन युनायटेड किंगडम अँड युनायटेड स्टेट्स. He became a peddler. After that, he became a peddler. Peddler means what? Peddler means a person who sells stolen goods. म्हणजे चोरीच्या वस्तू जो विकतो तो व्यक्ती म्हणजे peddler. So he became peddler. There is another word peddler, but त्याचं स्पेलिंग जरा वेगळं आहे विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो. PEDLAR. That peddler means what? A person who goes from place to place selling small things. म्हणजे आपण त्याला म्हणतो ना फेरीवाला. तो पेडलर म्हणजे फेरीवाला. अँड दिस वन इज डिफरंट वन. सो आफ्टर दॅट ही बिकेम अ पेडलर अँड अ स्ट्रीट सिंगर इन इंग्लंड. नंतर ते काय झाले? त्यांनी चोरीच्या वस्तू विकल्या. नंतर ते स्ट्रीट सिंगर झाले. आणि त्यानंतर आफ्टर सेव्हरल इयर्स ऑफ वंडरिंग लाईफ ही पब्लिश्ड हिज फर्स्ट व्हॉल्यूम. फर्स्ट व्हॉल्यूम त्यांनी पब्लिश केली ज्याचं नाव होतं द सोल्स डिस्ट्रॉयड अँड अदर पोएम्स. अँड द पोएम विच वी आर गोइंग टू लर्न मनी इज ऑल्सो फ्रॉम द सेम व्हॉल्यूम. सो लेट्स टर्न टू द समरी ऑफ द पोएम. इन दिस पोएम poet tells us about the rich man who wants to be a poor man to find the real happiness. It is when we do not have money or have lost our money, we realize how important the money is, of course. And at the end, the poet says that now he doesn't have money, but he has true friends, and though they may be few. बघा विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो इथे काय म्हणतोय की द पोएम टेल्स अस अबाउट द रिच मॅन. ह्या पोएममध्ये कुणाविषयी सांगितलेलं गेलं? रिच मॅनविषयी. पण असा रिच व्यक्ती, असा श्रीमंत व्यक्ती हू वॉन्ट्स टू बी पुअर मॅन. ॲक्च्युली जर आपण बघितलं जनरली पुअर मॅनला रिच होण्याची इच्छा असते. पण इथे या पोएममध्ये जो व्यक्ती आपण बघणार आहोत तो व्यक्ती म्हणजे कोण? द रिच मॅन. आणि त्याची इच्छा काय आहे? टू बी अ पुअर मॅन. बट फॉर वॉट? टू फाइंड द रिअल हॅपीनेस. खरा आनंद कसा आहे? कशात आहे? निखळ आनंद कशात आहे? तो गरिबीमध्ये. आणि म्हणून तो गरीब होण्याची त्याची इच्छा आहे. इट इज वेन वी डू नॉट हॅव मनी ऑर हॅव लॉस्ट अवर मनी वी रिअलाइज हाऊ इम्पॉर्टंट द मनी. जेव्हा आपल्याकडे पैसा नसतो किंवा आपल्याकडचा पैसा आपण गमावून बसतो त्यावेळी आपल्याला पैशाचं महत्त्व कळतं. अँड ॲट द एंड अगदी शेवटी कवी काय सांगतात की त्याच्याकडे आज पैसा नाही आहे पण आज त्याच्याकडे काय आहे? खरे मित्र आहे. मग ते कमी असले तरीही ते कसे आहेत? खरे आहेत. सो फ्रेंड्स, लेट्स स्टार्ट द पोएम मनी. लेट्स टर्न टू द फर्स्ट स्टांजा ऑफ द पोएम मनी. When I had money, oh. See, this pronunciation of is very this pronunciation of o is very important. इथे काय म्हणतो बघा काही. When I had money, oh. Actually, this o has negative expression, which shows that something is missing in narrator's life. Let's read the first stanza. When I had money, oh, I knew I knew no joy till I went poor. For many a false man as a friend came knocking all day at my door. See here, this negative expression which shows that something is missing in narrator's life. Instead of poet we can say narrator. That this O has negative expression. And what was the missing in his life? That is given in the next line. What was missing? I knew no joy till I went poor. बघा विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, इथे कवी काय म्हणतोय की आय न्यू नो जॉय टिल आय वेंट पुअर. मी जोपर्यंत गरीब नाही झालो तोपर्यंत मला खरा आनंद कळला का? नाही. सो व्हॉट वॉज मिसिंग इन हिज लाईफ? रिअल हॅपीनेस वॉज मिसिंग. He had lots of money, but he did not understand the meaning of happiness till he became poor. पैसा त्याच्याकडे भरपूर होता, but he did not understand the meaning of real happiness. He understood the meaning only become poor. For many a false man as a friend came knocking all day at my door. बघा इथे काय म्हणतोय नरेटर? We becomes happy because of the people around us, of course, but people around the narrator were selfish, and those people used to come knocking at his door only for his money. इथे कवी काय म्हणतोय की त्याच्या आजूबाजूला जे लोक होते ते कसे होते? सेल्फिश होते. बट ही अंडरस्टँड द पीपल वेन ही बिकेम पुअर. खरी मैत्री, खरे लोक कसे असतात ते कधी कळायला कवीला? जेव्हा तो गरीब झाला, जेव्हा तो पुअर झाला, तेव्हा त्याला खऱ्या लोकांची किंमत कळाली. खरे लोक काय असतात याचा अर्थ सॉरी. आता फ्रेंड्स केम नॉकिंग ऑल डे at my door. Means what here? When the poet was rich man, he had many callers. Those callers claimed that they were his best friends. They were being friendly because poet had money. ते अगदी फ्रेंडली राहायचे पोएटशी. का? तर पोएटकडे काय होता? पैसा होता. They were not true friends actually, but they were not true friends. आणि हेच कवी इथे सांगतोय की माझ्या आजूबाजूला जे लोक होते, people who were around me were selfish people. They were not my true friends. So friends, in the first stanza of the poem we learn that real happiness was missing in narrator's life, and he understood the people as well as the real happiness when he became poor. So students, remaining part of the poem we will learn in our next video. Stay home, stay safe.